Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today is January the 14th, 2019. This is the home of the 2-minute price prediction, as well as giving you all the news according to the chart. You all can tell from the thumbnail. We're going to tell you why Netflix stock is risky, or ask you the question and you tell us, do you think Netflix stock is a risky stock? But before I get started on that, I want to tell you about our analysis that we did for Citigroup yesterday. Okay, in our video we did for Citigroup, we said that the market was going to move to the downside. You guys can tell by our chart, the market actually ended up 3.95%, 4%, with the market coming in with a earnings date only being up at the conclusion of the day's trading up 4% is not that positive. So what I mentioned in our video yesterday is still coming to pass. The market is still going to hit some resistance around that $60 area, or right here towards our resistance line that we got drawn in this chart. So even though the market is showing some euphoria to the upside and our analysis was for it to move to the downside, I still expect Citigroup to move to the downside, especially as we continue to trade out in time and we trade within this ascending triangle. Okay, so definitely keep your eyes on the market in Citigroup as we come up here to that $60, maybe even $61 price. I will be expecting the market to get some weakness into the space and push it to the downside. Okay, so yes, the market actually went the opposite direction in which we forecasted, but nevertheless the weakness is still going to come into this particular market in Citigroup. That is still our forecast. Okay, you can see right here a little closer on the daily price chart, a lot of volume came in the market today, and that simply shows us that there's a lot of sellers in this particular space trying to push Citigroup all the way up here to that $60 area, and it's still forecasted for it to come up here, but like I mentioned, the resistance area is going to come in and try to push the stock down to lower prices. So as we see the market continue to trade in Citigroup for this week, keep your eyes on that fact. It might even move to the downside going into tomorrow's trading, but overall the market in Citigroup is still trading within this ascending triangle, and I am expecting it to bounce up here and try to move to the downside. So now let's go ahead and look at Netflix. Okay, I know you all wanted me to talk about Netflix, so we're going to go ahead and look at it for today. Went ahead, and you can tell here that Netflix as well is trading within the ascending triangle. This is the monthly chart for Netflix. You can see here that we have already came and hit the prior area of resistance for the month of January. So Netflix has really created a very wide spread to the upside, telling us that there wasn't no sense of urgency to try to push this particular stock to the upside. Even over the last 3 weeks, we have seen very substantial increases to the upside, and now we're starting out this week in Netflix, which is to come out with their earnings on the 17th of January, which is this Thursday. So again, I'm expecting the market to try to hit this resistance area and try to push down to the downside. I am looking for Netflix to move to the downside. It might only hit that $320 or $300 price, but again, if the overall sentiment of the financial markets, global trade war, Brexit, Italian debt, any of those things come into the fruition, to the forefront, Netflix can definitely have a huge or a bigger move to the downside. So right now we are trading at resistance, so you definitely want to keep your eyes on this particular stock as we trade throughout this week, especially as we go through our earnings, because if they give us a dismal earnings report on Thursday, then definitely this stock will literally erase half about all this movement to the upside that we've been through. So I just wanted to come in and give you all the update that Netflix is going to come out with their earnings on the 17th of January. We are trading around areas of resistance, so it definitely seems as if we will try to push this stock down to the downside either before or after the earnings date. Okay, if the market tries to stay above $330, then it is increasingly likely that we're going to break it up to the upside. But until then, expect us to hit some resistance around that $340 price, and the continuation to the downside can continue. But if we could stay above this, I'll even take 325. If we're able to trade above 325 as we go throughout this week, then Netflix is going to try to move to the upside at that $360 price. We have a lot of strength here in the background of this chart, so the movement to the upside is still there, but we are seeing some small hints of Netflix trying to move to the downside at this resistance area, so you got to keep your eyes on that. Okay, so overall, I am seeing some of the strength subsiding. I'm not really seeing a lot of weakness coming to the market just yet for Netflix, but again, seeing these massive moves to the upside in Netflix definitely insinuates that The market is going to get tired relatively soon, and why not right here around this resistance area? So keep your eyes open for that. The analysis will be for consolidation right now. Movement to the upside is still in play, but I am expecting some stockpile to come into the market. So that is what I'm looking for as we continue to trade out this week in Netflix, especially around that $340 price. Tomorrow, even in Wednesday, if the market for Netflix cannot break above that 340, it's increasingly likely that we're going to move to the downside. So keep your eyes on that as well. Give us your thoughts. Give us your opinion about Netflix stock. Do you guys think it's risky by it trading right here around this $340 resistance area? Let us know with a comment in the comment section of this video. Before I go, I always got to plug you with, if this is your first time come to this particular channel, make sure that you all go ahead and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you become notified of when we upload this particular type of content. It's relatively easy to predict price movement without causing you any confusion. It's one of the main reasons why we're here on this platform. And if you do like the video, go ahead and like and share it with someone else so they can also see how easy we are predicting price movement for the financial markets. Again, make sure you all maintain your profitability, and I will see you all later.